Hey guys, Barry TRC here, and today we are just going to do a talkover video of Ferrari and their record around Monza at recent times. So if you're new to F1, you probably won't know, but Ferrari's home is in Italy, and they have a fan base called the Tifosi, and Ferrari have been struggling at recent times at Monza. They have been beaten by Mercedes quite a lot, and it's not gone down well with the Ferrari fans. I have just run some background stuff, so you're just gonna see the F1 cars from this year, 2004 and 2010. Those are the Ferraris that have won around Monza that were available on this game. So Charles Leclerc won the 2019 Italian Grand Prix, which took place last weekend, and everyone went wild. The reason why everybody went wild is because that was the first time in 9 years, nearly a decade, that Ferrari had won their own race. Red Bull picked up some wins there, and Mercedes and McLaren. So it wasn't a great time if you were in red at the Grand Prix, but this time around their new young driver managed to hold off Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas for the race win. So going on to 2010, Fernando Alonso actually won that race in 2010 for Ferrari, meaning him and Charles Leclerc have in common they both won the Italian Grand Prix in their debut season for the Scuderia. So that is something that they can take with them. So what I want to discuss in this video, and hopefully you guys will discuss it in the comments as well, is do we think Ferrari's recent record around their home circuit has been good enough? My answer, honestly, is no. If you look back at history, Ferrari used to dominate in Monza. The biggest gap they had before this 9-year one was an 8-year one from 1988 to 1996. But they won 96, 98, 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004 and 2006. I started watching F1 in 96, so that is a pretty impressive record at their home race. They have got the most wins at Monza for a constructor. They have 20 wins, but it's dropped off big. So from 2006 they had to wait 4 years to 2010, and then 9 years until Charles Leclerc won it. And then in that time, Mercedes won 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018. And McLaren won in 2007 and 2012. What's surprising is Red Bull only won the Grand Prix twice when they had Vettel as a 4-time world champion during that period, and that was 2011 and 2013, but they were still years that Ferrari were fighting. Last year was pretty bad for Ferrari at Italy because if they had the car to win the race, they were in the lead for most of the race. But one of the best drives from Lewis Hamilton to stay behind Kimi Raikkonen and pick the right moment to overtake took that win from them. But it's just a discussion of whether or not Ferrari are doing what they should be doing in the sport of F1 at the moment. So they haven't had a world title since 2007, which was Kimi Raikkonen. Last year, in my opinion, they had the best car on the grid for most of the races, but somehow lost both championships. Was that down to the driver? Was it down to the team? Was it down to the car? Or was it just the fact that they were up against Lewis Hamilton in a car that he could put places that Valtteri Bottas couldn't do? It's something that needs to be discussed for Formula 1 communities, I suppose, but I just wanted to do a sort of talk over video like this for a change. I haven't really done one, so let me know what you guys think. Do you think Ferrari are doing okay? Do you think it's just Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton are an unstoppable force? If you are watching F1 and you've got something to say about it, whether or not it's not due to Mercedes, maybe it is down to the Ferrari strategist or team principles, even though they've changed them quite a bit in the time to try and find this formula, but something isn't quite right. But do we think with Charles Leclerc that Ferrari can finally win a title again in 2020? Or is it going to be another case of that dominant partnership of Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton that stops this from happening? In 2014 there was a radical rule change, and yes, at the beginning Mercedes dominated the sport, but you should expect Ferrari to have caught them up. Now Ferrari have managed to get ahead of them in engine power and straight line speed, but they haven't quite got a full car together. So let me know what you guys think is the missing piece for Ferrari. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow with another upload.